We're going to add a new table to contain departments. I'll select the Create tab. You'll try creating a table in Datasheet View later, but here we'll use Design View. Select Table Design and in Field Name I'll type Department ID. We're going to make the Department ID automatically increment, and so in Data Type I'll select Auto Number. I'm also going to make this column the primary key. A primary key is one or more columns that uniquely identifies a row. I just have to select primary key. We're going to use the short text data type. Long text is also available, but this cannot be indexed and is therefore slower to query. In field name, I'll type department name, and in data type I can select short text. This field must have a value, and so I'll set required to yes. And that value can't be nothing, so I'll set allow zero length to no. We want to index this field to make it faster to search, and we also want to prevent duplicate values. So I'll set index to yes, no duplicates. We're adding a manager column. In field name, I'll type manager, and in data type select number. And this will be populated by looking up ID values from the employee table. So I'll select the Lookup tab. We want to create the lookup now. We'll display the values as a combo, which is a drop-down box. So in Display Control, I'll select Combo Box. The source is an SQL query, but we can build this with a graphical designer. SQL is the name of the language that sits behind these queries, and I'm going to create it graphically. So in Row Source, I'll select the Build button. We want to display values from the employee table, and so I'll double-click the employees table and then select Close. We want to enter the ID number, and so we'll add that first by double-clicking ID. And then we'll create a formula to display the whole name of the employee. In the second column, I'll type name, and then a colon, which is what names that column, and then last name in square brackets, an ampersand, a space contained in speech marks, another ampersand, and then first name enclosed in square brackets, and then select Close. And that will have the last name and a space and then the first name. So we can specify that we want those multiple fields. This has created a SQL statement based on our selections in the Graphical Query Builder, and so now I'll select Yes. There are two columns in our query. In the column type, I'll select 2 to specify those 2 columns. We only want to display the second column. The first column has IDs in it, and so we'll give the first column no width. So in column widths, I'll type 0, 3 centimetres. We don't want any additional values, so in Allow Value List Edits, I'll select No. And we don't want values that don't match our row source. So in Show Only Row Source Values, I'll select Yes. We're now going to add a location. In field name, I'll type location, and this must be in London, Paris, or New York. In data type, I'll select short text, and then in validation rule, I'll type London, or Paris, or New York. We can add a user-friendly message in case users enter the wrong values in that field, and so in validation text, I'll type must be in London, Paris, or New York. We will now save our departments table. So I'll select Save, type Departments, and select OK. Now let's view the table. So I'll select the View button. Notice that the ID is automatically populated. In Department, type Sales. Notice the employees are listed from the Employees table, and although this is being stored as a number, we have told the table to display a name. Select Manager and select one of the managers. In Location, type Madrid and press Tab. Notice that the validation rule prevents invalid entries. Now you can have a try at creating a table in Datasheet View.